Hey everyone, Mark here from a Nerd Named Mark podcast. And it's a couple days late after the episode aired. I was busy at work, so I apologize for that. I'm trying, like, if you've seen my channel update video, I am trying to restructure when I have time to film and my upload schedule. So, episode 2 of Superman Lois dropped. I watched it the next day after it aired on the CW app, which is a couple days ago. And I haven't really, honestly, had time to come back and, you know, do a video and talk about it. But now I am early, or well, not depending on where you live. It's generally late here at night. That's why it's kind of weird lighting going on because I don't have my natural light coming in. I'm using just my LED panel light. So the one thing that I was scared of did not happen. I was after the series premiere of Superman and Lois, I was like, I really hope they continue the tone and the pacing and we don't get a villain of the week style like they did with like Smallville, Arrow, Flash, and this and that. This did not happen in episode 2. We're still getting spoilers, by the way. Spoilers. I will be spoiling this episode. We finally figure out it's Lex Luthor from another universe, which basically is the Crisis on Infinite Earth crossover they did, which I'm cool with. This episode saw a lot of things that was really badass. We got to see Superman in his black suit again. We got to see him attacking, basically the military there and like General Ross and Lex Luthor from that universe. Uh, we got to see the Fortress of Solitude, Jor-El. We got a lot of stuff in this episode. Uh, One of the cool things is now that Jordan is, he shot laser beams. And so now our eye lasers, and now he's being brought to the Fortress of Solitude with Clark, Kal-El, to do tests and see what his powers are manifesting and this and that. He gets introduced to Jor-El, who we now find out that's who Jordan is named after. So now the twins are named after basically his fathers. We have Jor-El, who Jordan is named after, and obviously Jonathan Kent, who Jonathan is named after. And but like it's kind of cool to see the character growth and the relationship change between Clark and Jordan, and also how now the relationship with Clark and Jonathan is going now that they did decide to stay in Smallville. And it's weird because now Jordan's not going to school because of his powers, and they don't know what's going on. And now Jonathan, because Jordan kissed Lana's daughter, and her boyfriend, hit him, and that's what caused him to shoot lasers out of his eyes. We're seeing because Jordan's not there, Jonathan is getting the brunt of the bullying. So it's new for his character because he was kind of like the go-to guy, the freshman quarterback over Metropolis and a hot shot, and now he's basically relegated to being bullied by the whole entire football team. And so it's intriguing to see like all the different stories. Like we have uh Lois now doing some digging around about Morgan and why he's reopening the mines and this and that. Like, so and you see the dynamic of people already kind of like sticking up their noses to her because she's in Metropolis, and, they're trying to. Smallville is basically in the rut. They're trying to bring business back, revive the town, because everyone just leaves and no one comes back to make it better. There's a lot going on with that. Like, we see Lois actually quitting the Daily Planet. I almost called it the Daily Bugle. And we see her dynamic now changing where she's now going to be working at the Smallville Gazette. And just a lot of minute stuff. The one thing I did notice though is Jor-El's kind of a dick. Like, and I mean that in like a respectful way. Like, he's just like, because we find out Jordan basically does have powers. He's not special. It was just something that happened. He's never ever going to be able to like manifest and could do it on command and have full-fledged powers. And so we see this also dynamic between Jordan and Jonathan where, they talk to each other about things and support each other about things, and they're kind of just both keeping things from each other, which gets rectified towards the end of the episode, obviously. But the main thing I liked, because this is the last time I'm going to go over everything specific. Luthor went to General Lane. I think I called him General Ross by mistake because I was thinking General Ross from the Hulk, but General Lane, and he explains to him that on his world, that's not Superman's bad guy. He's not bad yet. He gives him dog tags with 4 digits on the back of it that look like it's hell, but it's really 4377 upside down, which has some sort of importance. We're going to find out. We also get a lot of character interactions and like more in depth of the relationship between Clark and General Lane, because he literally finds out that Jordan manifested powers, which, you know, now he figures out why they're in Smallville, and he's not really happy about that. We also see more fights between Luthor and Superman, which the action sequences are really good. They're not hokey. They're really just like filmed perfectly to show the powers. You see the suit from Luthor actually can withstand most of Superman stuff, which makes sense because on his planet he learned. But the fact that they're hinting at, Superman's not bad yet, it will happen. Well, at least that's from Luthor's standpoint. We don't know because it's a different universe. He might never be, you know. So the whole entire time he's trying to find kryptonite, and then it also comes out that Superman finally finds out that General Lane has been having a stockpile of kryptonite, and his reasoning was so it can't go into the hands of anyone else, a villain or anyone else, to stop him. But we know that's not the case. Like, they already hinted that that's not the case at all. So we know at some point this is going to come back into play, because even Superman, or well, Clark anyways, brought it up to Lois. He's like, did you know your father's stockpiling kryptonite? And I'm like, oh yeah, no, that's really good. That's a good question. There's a good balance in this show. I'm done talking about specific stuff that happened in the episode. Now I'm just going to talk about my thoughts on the show now going forward. So the show has a nice balance between the Superman and Clark stuff. Like, let's face it, it's Superman and Lois, you know? And I think the balance of there's a good amount of Superman, enough anyways, to keep the action and this that, but then the drama side, the dialogue, character building side of Clark Kent and Lois and the kids, the balance is really good. It's not really hurting the pacing either, and it's just nice to see. There was a line, I'm gonna misquote it, where he was talking about he wants to be a better Clark Kent, better father, and balance Superman and this and that, and how at the end of the show, last time I would post out bring Sana from the show, he's at you know Jonathan's football practice, and you see Jonathan all happy and smiling him because they moved to Smallville. He even said, I moved to Smallville for the family to be closer, to be there, because now that the kids understand, all the times he had to go out to be Superman, it still doesn't mean, just because they understand that it makes it right. He still wants to be there more for them. So I'm really digging the Clark Kent elements of this show. That's one of the reasons why I love Smallville so much. Like, we already know Superman's powers. We already know how strong he is. Yes, there's fights in the comics that I love, like him versus Darkseid, and even Bizarro Superman, and Doomsday and this that. Like, there's all these fights. It's like, yeah, those are cool, but like, I always like the elements of Clark Kent, because it's like, how do you balance that? How do you go from being this super powered hero to suppressing all that and trying to be a normal person? So I think the show is doing a great job highlighting that, and also like Lois being like the ruthless reporter, but also like, why she's not doing it for a story. She's not doing it for a scoop. She's doing it because she doesn't want to see more people get hurt by this this business tyrant. So I was like digging it. Even everyone has good character arcs and story, and it's a good, like, it's very balanced, and I'm really shocked. And it's one of those things too right now, like the fact that Superman and Lois is going the way it's going. There's no excuse why this quality and this care and this level of production cannot be put into the Flash and Supergirl, and especially Batwoman. Like, I want those shows to be good. They're just not. But Superman Lois shows, hey, CW, you could put out a high quality show and it could be really good. So what's the deal with these other shows? But I already did a video on that. But that's really it. I don't like to drag these out. So Superman and Lois, if you've been watching it, what do you think so far? I've actually got some of my friends into the show that have not watched anything since like season 3 of Arrow, and they watched the series premiere and then they just watched the second episode and they texted me and this and that, and in Discord we were talking about it. They even enjoyed it and they're like, "Wow, thanks for like, are the other shows like this?" I'm like, "No, they're not. They're really not." But let me know in the comments below what you think of Superman and Lois. Don't forget to like the video and share it. Subscribe. I'm going to do more Superman and Lois reviews every week. I also do a lot of stuff with Tokusatsu. In case you're wondering what Tokusatsu is, it's like Kamen Rider, Power Rangers, Super Sentai, Godzilla, Ultraman, stuff like that. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to start like goals. Like I'm not really good at the social media side of promoting myself because I don't want to feel like I'm spamming my videos constantly. So, I might tweet when they go live, put them on Instagram or something like that. But like, I'm just really bad at like promoting myself. Like, I'm fine with the podcast. By the way, video versions of the podcast are on there. I know it's tough because a lot of people like to listen to my video, like listen to my audio versions of it, and not a lot are transitioning over to the video because they already listened to it. So I get that. But make sure you check out everything else on the channel. Like I said, let me know in the comments below what you're thinking about Superman and Lois. If you haven't checked it out, why? I'm curious. I'm always down to like engage in conversations about stuff. Sorry about that cough. It's a little stuffy in here because it's hot. But with that being said, I thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.